Yo, what's going on? It's your man B Swift. Welcome to another episode of B Swift's Guys Guide, powered by Eskenazi Health. And today we're gonna have a great conversation. I got my main man Fly here. I'm gonna let him introduce who he is and what he's done and what he's been through, so we can have a dope convo today for you to check out.
All right. Well, most people do know me as Fly, but my name is Keith Baker Jr. I'm a men's mental health advocate. Mental Health is my nonprofit, but for profit, I'm a videographer. That's where the name Fly comes from, Fly Heavy Media.
Man, you've been doing it a long time. And I want to get in your journey because people see you got the non-for-profit, you've been doing things, but I don't think people understand the road it took for you to get to where you are, right?
Yeah.
You are 9 years as a recovering addict. Yeah, you 9 years. Talk to me about this journey, bro.
Man, how long we got? It's been a long journey, bro. It's been a long journey. A lot of tears, a lot of pain, but a lot of awakening in that too. So initially, like when you say talk about,
You talk to me like at what point did you get on whatever the substance was that you were on? Yeah, tell me from the beginning, because I think for this podcast, right, you know, this is a guide for people who are going through things that don't want to talk, people who are going through things that don't know where to go. Yeah. And some people just need to hear stories. So to see a young brother like yourself say you're 9 years of a recovering addict, and somebody look like, what was he on?
Right. Because a lot of people, like, they don't know, like, for real, every time, like, you say that and they look like, man, you was, what you on, water drugs or something?
Yeah, like
they don't been on real drugs.
Yeah, like they don't think it's easy, the access that we have to these things and how easy it is, right, to become hooked, because we don't look at it as we're hooked on drugs. It's like, nah, bro, I just do it because I do it.
It was part of the culture.
It's part of the culture. Then when it's time to stop, or it can stop when you realize, no, it's not that easy,
it's a
right?
little bit harder than that. So initially, so I'm from Gary, Indiana. Okay. Born and raised. That's where my addiction started. I was out in the streets. I wanted to be this, I don't know, you know, we see these drug dealers with all these women and cars and money.
You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to be a hustler, so I took that route, which wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? I had to figure out what account that it wasn't for me. I got caught. I got somebody stole from me a couple times. I got sent to jail a few times. My last time, I thought I was making the biggest play out of all the plays that I made, and I'm gonna thank God because I got stopped on my way to meet the plug, and the police took me to jail. I made it to the newspaper. I thought that was stupid. I thought, like, oh yeah, I made it. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking about how embarrassed my parents would be. Not thinking about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So during that time, like, my pops kicked me out. He was like, all right, you gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm bouncing from house to house. And a friend of mine, he was, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs too. So he was like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? You come over here. You know, we could sell drugs together. Right.
Get the bag, two of us, make a big bag.
For sure. So, you know, like, he's staying up though. And I'm going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm drinking. I feel like we doing the same stuff.
Right.
So I'm like, man, this is crazy. How he staying up getting all this money? I'll keep on falling asleep. You know what I'm saying? So one day I went downstairs to holler at him about something. I can't remember what it was. But he was putting the mirror up, like, and had some white stuff on it. And I was like, bro, what's that? Like, still, like, no, I was not supposed to be outside, y'all. I ain't even know what cocaine was at the time. But I'm selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? So he like, bro, this coke, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this. I ain't been trying to put it in your face because, you know, I respect you, and I ain't trying to, no peer pressure, nothing like that. I was like, shoot, let me try it. Like, if this was keeping you up,
let me get some.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, cool, boom. And that was my first introduction to, like, hard drugs. I never was a weed smoker. Like, I smoked weed a few times, but it always made my mind, like, my mind wasn't made for weed. Like, I'd be paranoid.
You got the paranoid.
Yeah, either that or laughing too, like, it's something. I'm either laughing too hard or I'm wondering, like, what they talk about me, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, cocaine was my first real introduction. And then after that, it was just being in them places, moving in that. Like a friend of mine, he had the X pills. Like we was popping them like Skittles. You know what I mean? X pills, lean, Molly. I'm a videographer, so I'll shoot music videos.
So you was around the party.
I'm around all the time, so it just seemed so normal to be doing all the things. And then I looked at cocaine like a rich man's drug, because like all the people I knew that was doing it had money. So I'm like, well, it can't be that bad. I can't be doing nothing that wrong. So going down that tunnel. And then drinking wasn't really a drug to me, because I'm like, hey, everybody drink. It's liquor stores. So I ain't feel like I really had a problem with that. But later on in life, like stuff, you get older, you got more responsibilities. Now my responsibilities getting neglected. My kids, my at the time, my marriage getting affected. My jobs, my real 9-to-5s, like I'm working, getting affected. I'm barely coming home. You know what I'm saying? And it affected a lot. And then one day, I was at a house, at this chick house, and it was like 8 a.m. I'm on my way home. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving her house, on my way to my real house, going home to my family, and I'm sitting in the car and I'm just tired. Like, it's been a bunch of times prior to that I was just tired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was stopping because other people like, you need to stop. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll just drink beer. I'll just do this because they mad and I wanna make people happy. Yeah. I never was thinking about myself.
Now stop there.
Gotcha.
I want to take what you just said. You had other people encouraging you to stop.
Yep.
And you was like, okay, but it was never about what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
It was never about, you're like, I'll do it. Yeah. I'll just drink this because y'all want to be.
Y'all want this for me so bad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm understanding why.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know why. I done been in drug classes. I done been and I want to shout out Swole, because he tell his story out loud too. In one of my drug classes is where I met my brother. You know what I'm saying? We in the same drug class, and then after that class, they gave us like a marble or something, and I threw that mug. Like, here's your marble. I'm like, all right, cool. Threw that mug, went straight to the liquor store. But just like, I forgot why I said that. But just the whole journey of it all, meeting people on the way. I just wanted to shout him out because he's still clean too, and on his way, and he had to make the same decision for himself too.
Nah, and not just for yourself or himself, like you doing it for your family.
Yeah.
Talk to me about how this ruined your family, because I don't think people see how bad this, like you married, you got kids, and like you say, you had another house coming home the next morning, wifey looking at you crazy. You probably spending money that you ain't got, but you got on these activities. So now you working harder to get more money and spend it on not just the house, but on the habit. Because there's somebody watching this right now who's doing this and they're not understanding the commotion that they're causing in the household. Because maybe it's silent, maybe you're hurting somebody and they're not saying it out loud because they're tired.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. How bad did this ruin your household?
Oh, it shut it down. She was tired. You know what I'm saying? And understandably, you know, from the outside looking in now, then I'm like, man, it wasn't that bad. I was delusional. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then when I realized like how bad it was, like even with the kids, like I was always there for my kids, like football, moments, baseball, school. Like my son, he tell me this story all the time. He's like, Dad, remember that one time you rode me on your bike to school? Well, his bike. You rode me on my bike to school. I was sitting on the handlebars. It was cold outside because I woke up late. I was drunk and high.
I knew you couldn't drive.
So I'm like, get on the handlebar. Like, so I'm still dadding. Like the story is funny, but at the same time, it's like, man, you know what I mean? Like, I could have did better, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's one story that he talk about, but I could just imagine any other story that he could say about like coming in the house. And this is my oldest son, coming in the house, seeing me laid on the couch, you know what I'm saying, passed out, drunk and stuff like that. Even I ain't never like this. It kind of hit a little bit different now because now I never really voiced these things for real. But Yeah, man. I did some damage. You know what I mean? So I needed to correct it because it's not the person that I wanted to be.
Facts. I mean, growing up, you don't want this to be your legacy and your kids to look back, right? Because we probably all know somebody when you look at them, be like, damn, they had such a bright future.
For sure.
Look what the alcohol did to them. Yep. Look what the coke did to them, right? At what point did you say, okay, enough is it enough? Is it because you had family come and grab you, put you in a circle, say, hey, we don't know what the heck you got going on. Was it the kids? Yeah, when did the intervention happen? What was that? Like, was it family? Was it the kids? Or was it self? And you just growing up one moment after a scare saying, I done her died fooling with this. I can't do this no more. Like, big homie, he hit me in the face with the light.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, it wasn't, you would think it might have been an intervention. It wasn't an intervention because it was, again, one of them things where people telling you what they want you to do because in your mind it's what they want you to do. And I'm hard-headed, so that's the first thing. I'm like, I hear y'all, but I know I can control it somehow, some kind of way, but I'm gonna try. So the moment really came when that day that I left old girl crib, like a binge, 8 in the morning, looking on Facebook. This whole time, out of all these times, like I always wanted to change. Like in that class that I was in with bro, the lady always said, that's why I remember it so vivid. Like she always said and wrote on the board, do you want to be a miracle? Do you want to be a miracle? And that stuck in my head ever since she said it. I wish I knew this lady name or where she was at, for real. But it just stuck in my head that whole time. And then when I left old girl crib, I looked at my phone, and it was a Facebook post from my ex's sister talking about how great of an uncle I am. And I'm looking at it like, she don't even know. Well, she might know, right? But she don't know, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want this to be me though. So it really was kind of a family intervention, you know what I'm saying?
From a distance.
From a distance, you know what I mean? So I came home, had it, you know what I'm saying? Went through whatever came with that. And then the day after that night, I just looked in the phone book and put my finger on the first rehab that was in it and called the number. It was a 317 number, and it said White Sands. And I was like, all right, that's weird, but okay. I called the number, went through the little questionnaire, and at the end it was like, all right, when you gonna be ready to fly out? Can you fly out today? I was like, fly out? I thought I was going down the street, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not ready for this level of commitment, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was getting clean around the corner. So I had that battle in my head, and I was like, man, I can't fly out. I can't leave my kids. I can't leave. Well, we was through at that time, you know what I'm saying? She was like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So boom, I was like, man, but my kids. She was like, you weren't thinking about them when you was out there. So I'm like, dang, you know what, you right.
You right.
You right. Luckily, at the time I was still on the insurance, so they accepted the insurance. I didn't fly out right away because I had some things to do before I left.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Get your business in order.
So, I had to get hired.
You got it one last time?
Yeah, one more again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which could have took my life. Like, I was out there in the ocean and you could see like a dolphin how that table is. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like so surreal. And I'm like, dang, this whole time I ain't really be living for real.
That's fire because it opened up your mind and showed you what you wasn't seeing
behind
the clouds.
In a whole nother way. So that's why I'm gonna take a pit stop right here and say, like, anybody that is going through something or feel like it's no way out, it's always a way out. It just seems far because we haven't taken the first step. Yeah, I was pretty much stuck, you know what I'm saying? But I was stuck in the best place for me. Gulf Coast recovery is the best recovery. I put my life on that.
That's fire. That's fire to know that. And I'm sure, how long was this program?
I was at the rehab for 45 days.
Oh, walking outside of them gates 45 days for the first time with nobody over your shoulder had to be tough.
Man, it wasn't tough. It wasn't tough. So when I left out of the gates, I moved into housing that they had after the program.
That's fine.
So it's like either go home, which I didn't have nowhere to go. For real. I had my kids home, but I didn't really have a home. You feel me? So I could stay and do better and maybe develop a life out here where I could bring my kids. And you know what I'm saying? So my mind was like, I'm staying in Florida. You know what I mean?
Away from everybody. It's no temptation. I don't want to go back and be in my what I just left.
This is what I need.
Yeah.
So I moved to the housing. And I stayed there a few more months until my birthday. On my birthday, well, not until my birthday, I stayed until Christmas. So on my birthday though, I got a video on my phone. You know what I'm saying? That whole time I ain't had my phone all day. So now I'm back in the mix. I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So my kids sending me videos, and my daughter, like, they singing me happy birthday, and she's like, happy birthday, daddy. Blew the candle out on the little cupcake, and I just bawled. I was like, man, I can't stay here.
Nah, that's real. And coming out of all of that, is that when you decided to come up with something for mental health? Because you've lived it, right? Like, you went through the addiction. Now you living sober. You seeing your kids, and you know, if I've been through this, how many other people are going through this, and how can I help? And it's a mental thing more than it's anything else. It's just a mental
battle between you and you.
Yeah, you fighting yourself. You know what I mean? You looking in your mirror. That's the bad one. I'm the good one. How do I ignore? Is that during that time is when you decided I might need to come up with something for mental health?
Man, you would think so, but it wasn't. It was like this program, this nonprofit it'll be 2 years old this year. So I really just came up with it 3 years ago.
Okay.
Like, I had a dream, like, cause I'm looking for resources. I'm like, dang, where can I go? Like, who can I talk to? I'm having these conversations like with people in passing, on planes, traveling. Like, my life is taking me places, and I'm having the same conversation with all kind of men. You know what I'm saying? Like, at all levels of life, but we all coming to the same conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I always was on Facebook, Instagram, talking about how strong it is to cry and how to be vulnerable, and you know what I'm saying? So I always had that in me with the purpose, but I never really thought about what to really do with it. You know what I'm saying? And then one day I had a dream, and I woke up, and shout out to my wife Drea. I had our 1 year anniversary, so I got remarried. Found a great person that supports me, you know what I'm saying? And I woke up and I turned to her and I was like, I want to do mental health, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I want to do. So after that dream, I just saw myself on the stage talking. It was weird because I'm not a talker.
Right.
Like
people know, they know. You with your camera, you don't talk too much.
I don't talk about nothing for real. But we could talk about this all day, you know what I'm saying? But
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't like being in front of the camera, so it's like, God, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, you show, like, cause I might say something crazy. So like, I seen that and I was like, man, this is it. You know what I'm saying? But how do I do it? Yeah. So I could only do it the way that I know how. I like to have fun. And I figured, like, guys would come to something if it was cool, if it looked cool, if it was fun. And I just throw the other stuff in the mix, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about men's mental health, what we going through, and bring people there that they could have as a resource or somebody, like, we could build some type of brotherhood. So
and I think that's important. That's kind of why the guy got started, right? Just sitting down one day with somebody and just, I was telling her, she wasn't my general manager at the time, but we were just having a conversation about certain things, and she was like, you're so passionate, but it just seems like you don't got nowhere to go. I don't. Who do I talk to? Right. Like, it's hard. I can't go sit in front of this person and cry. Like, that don't even make sense.
It's tough.
Coming in from the black homes, our grandparents and great-grandparents, you go sit on that couch, you crazy. Why can't I go talk to this person about what's going through my brain without being crazy. Right. You know what I mean?
And when everybody else, like, they just dropping the load.
And it's okay. Like, you know what I mean? That's the generation I grew up in a lot as well, a lot of older people. And it seems like this generation don't care. I don't know. We're going to see the psychiatrist.
I don't care what you're talking about.
It is very healthy for me to hit this couch and unload this information to this person, and for them to possibly give me suggestions or ways to, and I'm like, you know what, you're right, let's do it. You know what I mean? Because mental health is big, because I've lost people because of mental health. Sure, you've lost people because of mental health. So, and it's huge, and I appreciate what you're doing in building a space, like you say, because we talk, and you have a conversation with a man, and it might be the best conversation they done had, and it's only with you, and then they'll never talk about it again. It's over, you know what I mean? And to give people a place to go, a place to events and things like that is what we need, because it's needed. If people want, what are some of the things you got going on? Because I know you got some events coming up this summer that's going to be very big and very influential for people. What are some of the events you got coming in the next couple months?
So I'm cooking. I took a slight break because of my own mental health. You know what I'm saying? And I was neglecting mental health. And I'm like, how do I get back? You know what I'm saying? Like, as people ask me, like, hey man, when the next meeting? And I'm like, next Wednesday. And then I keep pushing it back because I'm like, do I really want to do this for real? And then I'm like, man, you need to do this because you need it for yourself right now. So I have my meetings every other Wednesday at P30. It's called The Vault. That's a reoccurring thing. I'm there if there's one person there. I'm there if there's no people there. I'm there if 100 of y'all pop up. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. The next meeting will be outside. It's gonna be a bonfire. It's because Earth Day. Shout out to Corey. The last meeting, he was like, "Bro, Earth Day on our next meeting, we might as well be outside." So I was like, "Bet." So the bonfire is the next one, and that's on the 22nd, and then
22nd of April.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's next
week. Yep. This will be on. So next week.
Yeah. So 22nd of April, that's that. The other ones, I'm pretty much just off the cuff kind of cooking. I want to do Men's Mental Health Day, again, where I have 4 speakers come. We do a walk, affirmations, yoga, DJ, live painter. I had over 100 guys show up at the last one.
That's dope.
Dope speakers, man. We had some great speakers, man. And it all just came together, like everybody donated their services.
If people want to be a part of your events, if they want to pull up on the Wednesdays, or if they want to be a part of Mental Health Day that's coming up, because I know Mental Health Day is Men's Mental Health Month is in June. Yeah. How can people contact you to be involved, or whether it's helping or coming for their own help? How can they contact you?
You can call or text 317-649-4359. Email info@mentalhealthinc.org. Visit the website www.mentalhealthinc.org, or go to my Instagram @fly.creator, or go to @mentalhealthinc on Instagram, and DM me. Like, I just made a post, bro. I need resources. I'm doing it all by myself. Like the food, the everything, the events is all me. I don't have people pay for nothing. I feel like everything should be free. I just want people to come in the room. If I reach one person, you know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely, you change.
Yeah, for sure. So that I just need the resources, bro. Like I said, I made that post, man. I don't really ask so much, and people keep telling me, bro, you need to open your mouth, and if you need something, say something. So
saying something.
Yeah, I'm saying something. I need y'all. I need resources, therapists, anything that involves mental health. Eskenazi, holla at me.
And that's what this is about, right? Like, this platform is so much bigger than me, and it's about giving people like you an opportunity to be seen and be heard, so others can help. Because what I found out is there are a lot of people that want to help, but they don't know who and how to help, right? So again, if you're watching this, Men to Health Inc. That's MENTO Health INC on Instagram. Please reach out to bro. please help bro. He's got some amazing events that not only can help you, but probably help somebody you love. Because again, especially us black men, we have a problem. We have a problem talking to people about the things we're going through, and we keep them bottled up. And then when we keep them bottled up, the bottle gets so filled that it explodes in a very non-positive way that can lead to a lot of different things, from being behind bars to death. Either or, you know what I'm saying? Or just bad health in general, right?
Yeah, like, it affects you internally too.
I know a lot of people that's had heart attacks because they stressed out so much. You know what I mean? Because they didn't know where to go, who to go talk to, how to go talk to somebody. This brother is giving you an amazing platform to be a part of, to go talk, to release your energy. There's no judging going on, and finding resources to help. So, Fly, I appreciate you for stopping by. I know we've been trying to make this happen for a while.
But everything happened at its own time. You feel me? Like, that's one thing I learned doing this whole, like, my process is I can't, because I used to be so impatient. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm like, everything's just happen, like it keep happening how it's supposed to happen, and at the right time it's supposed to happen too. And I want to say this, I appreciate you for having me here, you know what I'm saying, and staying in communication. It wasn't like you just ghosted me, you know what I'm saying? It was always constant communication. So that kept me encouraged. I was like, shoot, as long as he keep picking up. One more thing, I don't want to throw the program off.
No, you good.
Just one more thing. I am 501c certified. All right. So we got the 501c3.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So if you can write a grant, write my dog a grant.
Grant, donations, you know,
all of that, tax write-offs.
I don't mind funding the events, but it would be more helpful for me to be able to just come in and know that I could feed more and do more if I had the funding to do it. Like, if I had the funding, I would look out. My vision is to have this on the yacht in Miami. You know what I'm saying? So, and you, like, outside the country, I got somebody in Europe that want me to come out there. So it's like, I got access to do things. It's the funding sometimes that stops me from making it bigger, but I know that it's gonna come. But I just had to throw that out there.
Nah, you got to. Let me say something. You amazing women out there that's watching this, or that's sitting there with somebody. Y'all are the heartbeat, and some of y'all are like, I know how to help. I know how to write this. I know who's the help him out. He's trying to help us men. So you heartbeats, we need y'all out there, right?
We definitely need y'all.
Like, we can't do nothing without y'all, and y'all play a very important part to that make men move and make men go. So if it's something you can do, don't feel like, oh, it's for guys, I can't help. Yes, you can.
You were more than welcome to help out. That website, the Instagram, women follow, and we would definitely encourage y'all, the heartbeats.
I'm just saying, bro, without you, like, they the hearts, bro. Like, they make it go, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? So again, we appreciate y'all. If it's something you can do, if you know resources, if you have resources, please reach out to my dog and help him. If you need resources, reach out to him. As you heard, his story is very a real story, you know what I mean? And he's been through a lot of different things, and maybe you just need somebody to talk to get you to take that step to sobriety. He might be able to help you out with that and give you some very encouraging words, or need something for your mental. He can help you out and give you some very encouraging words and help you get to people. Again, this is another episode of B Swift's Guy's Guide, powered by Eskenazi, with your man B Swift, my main man Keith. We'll see you on the next one.